Hi everyone. Good evening. This button, that worked. Hi.
You did it.
I did it.
You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for being proud of me. Welcome to my second stream. I'm going to be making chicken chili today. And that's going to be in a few minutes because there's some alerts I want to read through first. But welcome. This is the second one of these I've done, and if you haven't heard, we're moving, and this has been the easiest thing to do in the moving process because I haven't packed up the kitchen yet. But this is the last thing I have to cook here before we move. So after this, I can start packing the kitchen.
Yeah, and we probably will.
Yeah, we will.
Probably will.
Hi.
Hi. Anyway.
You're also here. I need to grab something real quick.
As it turns out, I live here.
You sure?
And that's the craziest thing about this. I'm not going anywhere.
I just noticed something sticky and it bothered me. I have to get rid of it.
I'm going to read alerts.
Thank you.
We got a subscription from Skanork. Welcome. We had a big gift sub from That Tall Nerd.
Thank you.
20 gift subs. Thank you, That Tall Nerd. Appreciate it. To many days later, Lady Leaf 8. We win 43. 3 Sita, King Kuron, Afro Rat, Spin Other Arrow, Squiddle, Key loves SSM, Doodlebrock, Fries, Pikachu, Irrational Soup, Crystallized Fish, Chugga Conroy, A Pratt 91, Jurassic Samurai, CJ the Grand Hunter, Professor Cat, Wildfire 972, and Frosty the Dragoon. Thank you. I saw that when it was going on. I was like, oh, that really filled up the screen.
It did.
Yeah, I actually don't know what happens if it reaches the other side of the screen. I assume Chaz tested that, and there's a
hopefully.
plan. I don't actually know. We'll find out at some point. We also got subscriptions from I Seen Patterns. Welcome. VCR-san, Lumioxy, B. Croaky, Murmur, Antihirosaura, Josh A. Braun, Ninja, Wolfric Coda, Star Wars Trekkie, Jace Thomas 96, Shadowplay 626, Darkness Brides, Terrier, Tetraden, Richard McKay, Jacket K, Runt.exe, 4Tweetheart, and Dargenderg. Welcome, everybody. Appreciate all that. We also got 300 bits from Mr. Viperfang, 100 bits from Cool Owl, Twitchy Toes gifted 5 subs to Socially Awkward Aspie, Lady Antisocial, Mama Kitten 517, JMac 0064, and Blaze 23124. Twitchy Toes, thank you. Did you want to take over?
I can.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I fixed the sticky thing that was bothering me. I fixed the sticky thing. There was something on the counter that bothered me. Thank goodness we got rid of this.
No sticky. No.
No more sticky.
No sticky. No. See, normally during streams I have to sit on a couch. People don't know how much I can move and also how lanky my body is. There's so much wiggle.
1,130 bits from the Thrill of with the little heart emote. Thank you. 300 bits from Chrissy G with the hi emote. Thank you. 500 bits from Penguin Frog. 100 bits from Ambi Walsh. Thank you guys. 1,000 bits from Runty.exe. Maelstrom, the beautiful extinct Disney World coaster? No, it's better. It's Maelstrom. Strum.
There's an extinct. Well, I guess there's probably multiple extinct.
Wasn't that the one in the Norway Pavilion at Epcot? Was that Maelstrom? I can't remember.
I will believe you.
100 bits from Kiwi Scipio, and Dan gifted a sub to the Winter Keck. Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, everybody. So did you tell them what we're
I did. I said we're making chicken chili.
Yeah.
It's really good, and it's super easy.
Yeah, if you're looking for a really good, easy thing that's very hearty.
Makes a lot.
It makes a lot. You can easily like double it or whatever and make leftovers or whatever you want. White chicken chili, real good.
Yeah, it's very good.
We've been making it for years and it's real good. So
I made it a few months ago for a Sunday stream.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that.
I think so.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Jess.
If you're watching live,
can we make that bigger?
Do you know how to do that?
I assume I know how to do that. It's not that hard. You click on it and hit Command plus.
That's true.
Thank you. That's much better.
Okay. I mean,
there's a bad glare. and that helps.
Oh, you can just move the screen. See, the great thing is, like, we're gonna move.
Yeah.
This is the last Mal stream that will take place in the house. So I'm not real concerned. It's like, this isn't quite right. I'm like, doesn't matter. I'm not gonna live here.
Nope. 300 bits from Socially Awkward Aspie. Hi, Grandma. Love that you're doing these. I was looking for new recipes to make for my husband and I. Also, hi, Grandpa.
Hey. I mean, the white chicken chili, real good.
It is real good.
When people think of chili, they typically associate tomato.
Tomato, beef.
Tomato and beef.
Beans.
And
this only has one of those things. It has beans.
It has beans, yeah. It's good.
It is
Both
good.
are good. I wouldn't say that one is better than the other. It's just a little different, and it's nice to do something just a little bit different. So I've always.
Can it be
really
made
liked
without beans? I don't see why not. You'd want to fill that space though with something like potatoes, or more chicken, or noodles maybe.
It's a pretty protein-heavy
it is.
chili. I don't know that I would put more chicken in it, because at that point you're basically eating chicken with some stuff in it. I mean, maybe you want chicken with some stuff in it. I'm not here to judge. Everyone can eat whatever they want. So,
all right, we have some prep to do.
Yeah.
As easy as this recipe is, there is a little bit of prep. So,
Okay.
I'm gonna chop an onion. You want to pull out the garlic?
Yeah.
So, we gotta chop an onion, just one. This is a
Garlic.
huge onion.
Yeah. So
What
I
a
went. I went to the grocery store. They only had 4.
Oh, you could have gotten yellow. Yellow onions would have been fine, but you got white
Well,
onion.
you wanted a white one. It was on the list, so I was like, I'm gonna get the white one. They only had 4 onions, 4 white onions, and they were all like already peeled.
Yeah, that's
and
how
they were-
Harris Teeter does it.
And they were jumbo, which I thought was wild because
Look how
normally
big this thing is.
it's a
It's
very large onion.
huge.
I hope you like onion. There's
Yeah, I do.
There's nothing wrong with a little onion. I grabbed the garlic.
Oh, it's a double. It has a twin.
What does that mean?
It's like normally like they all grow up like in all the layers together,
Yeah.
but this one has like a twin, so there's like 2 halves.
Oh, that's neat. Fun. We're all about fun.
You can't really see, but there's 2 halves in here that are that way.
I'm just gonna.
And I don't know why Harris Teeter peels their onions and they don't have the paper on them still. Oh.
Yeah. In fairness, I also was unaware that.
Yeah,
they
I've
did
never
that.
seen that.
It was fine. I was just really confused because there was only 4 white onions in the whole store. Normally, you have like some options. You crying yet?
No, I have contacts in. I tend to not have problems if I have contacts in.
Oh, really?
I've noticed, but I've noticed if I have glasses on, I tend to end up crying.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just gonna chop this roughly. Oh, the knife is so sharp.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If you get your knives sharpened,
It cuts so much easier, and I don't feel like I'm gonna like drop things.
then they will be sharp. Which is great if you want to cut things. It's very difficult to cut things without a sharp knife.
Yes. I also hate how it sticks to the knife. Like that. That bothers me. Opinions I have. Things shouldn't work that way.
I mean, I think everyone's got some sort of knife pinion.
I don't mind if it sticks like when I'm dicing it, but when I'm doing the slicing, I want it to stay nice and organized because it makes it easier.
Yeah. I understand.
Is it true that if the knife is sharp, there's less of a chance to cry when cutting onions? Kiwi
Scipio?
No.
Oh, sorry. I can't see it.
Wikipedia says. If it's sharper, it has less, like it breaks the cell walls of the onion where all the juices are less.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you would cry less.
Neat.
Anyway, so I chopped my onion.
Onion facts. Maybe.
Now, in the tweet I had for this, I had said a rotisserie chicken. But
Yeah.
I didn't get a rotisserie chicken,
But
did
you
I?
lied.
I did lie. But the thing I get normally, it's only at Costco, so.
Yeah. I mean, a rotisserie chicken will work.
Yeah, that's normally what I use.
Okay.
There it is. You didn't have to follow me all the way to the fridge.
Sorry, I'm filming, so like.
So this is rotisserie chicken meat that I get at Costco, and it's vacuum sealed from all the chickens they have. And this is the best thing ever for soups. But
Yeah.
you can just get a rotisserie chicken and hand shred it. That's a lot of work. This is a lot easier. But these do come in really big chunks, so I normally unwrap it and then just kind of chop it up a little bit. So that's what I do. So that's another prep thing that you would need to do if you were making this with like an actual rotisserie chicken. All right, that's onion. What else do I need to do?
I think only you know.
I need to open cans of stuff. So other things in this recipe include green chilies. Did you get mild? You did get mild.
I mean, generally I have found that when we're looking for those sorts of things, like the selection is going to be limited.
Yeah.
And these are, did I get El Paso?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the stuff that was the cheapest thing, but if you're trying to find something beyond.
How many pepperonis? This might be 1 or 2.
Yeah, honestly, if you're trying
I think last time I made it, I did it with 1 hot and 1 mild, and it was fine.
Yeah, in my opinion, if you're trying to find something beyond mild, it's going to be more difficult.
The other thing I have to open is cannellini beans. And these need rinsed and drained because they come in a liquid. So I'm going to open these and then grab the colander and rinse them. We have a subscription from Blue Hippie, another subscription from Starry Knox and Jay Linebeck. Gamers 00700 gifted a sub to Jet Prower, and Sephiroth 1204 gifted 3 subs to Flagboy 1213, Sidonian Cade, and DJ Sherbert. Thank you.
There's so many types of beans.
There are. They're great.
It's a ridiculous amount of beans. But I like beans. Beans are good too because they're cheap.
Are they like lima beans? No, they're more like kidney beans in my opinion.
Yeah.
The cannellini beans.
I think they are kidney beans.
Yeah, they also are called white kidney beans.
Oh yeah, okay, that's why.
This way.
Yeah, if you've ever had a kidney bean, it's basically a kidney bean.
Yeah.
And if you've never had a kidney bean, what are you waiting on? It's a bean. Everybody goes nuts for bean.
All right, so I'm just gonna rinse these in my colander so they're ready, because this recipe comes together really quick.
Okay.
So I want to make sure I have everything ready because I'm gonna need it ready. And I suppose I could have done this before the stream so you didn't have to hear the sink, but I didn't.
I mean, it's fine. People love the sound of rushing water.
I should have also grabbed a bowl, and I didn't.
I think one of the cool things about doing a cooking show on Twitch that's live, where things aren't edited down, is that you kind of get a sense of the whole process.
How I normally cook, unprepared completely.
Well, I think a lot of people do that. I think that this
Yeah.
feels more like an actual cooking environment because most people are cooking from home. Most people don't
Erin
have...
says, I love it when Mel tells me she could have done something convenient for us, but then didn't.
Yeah, I mean, when you're watching like Emeril Lagasse, and he's in like...
He also has like a team, right?
Yeah, he's got a team.
I have Steven.
Wow. 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 Listen, I went and got all these ingredients
You did,
for
thank
you.
you.
I did all the
spent a
shopping.
lot of the afternoon scrubbing baseboards, and you went and did the grocery shopping.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your giant onion.
It's fine. It'll just be extra oniony.
Yeah, I like onions. Yeah, I think there's something very fun about an environment like this. So.
Should have gotten a bigger bowl.
Oh my God.
They'll fit.
Will they?
Yeah, they'll just kind of be a little dome of cannellini beans.
Kidney dome.
There we go. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just
okay. Sure. That's fine.
Chaz says, I don't contribute to the cooking in any way. You could though, Chaz. Quick. Fly down here.
Yeah, you visit and you can do some of the cooking.
Gamers00700 gifted a sub to Sam the Mario Man. Thank you. All right, so let's see. We have chilies, beans, onion, garlic, seasoning, stock. What else am I missing that I need to prep? The chicken. Gotta prep the chicken.
And how does one prep a chicken?
Well, if you were using the rotisserie, you would need to hand shred it.
Okay.
Chaz said the dish becomes less economical when airfare is added. The dish is free, Chaz, if you get here. So I'm just putting this onion on a plate for now, and then I'm gonna chop the chicken up. Because even though it's already been like shredded, there are large chunks. This was also too small of a plate.
Is that the full-size plate?
No, it's a medium plate.
Why do you keep grabbing the smaller items? Just
Because I thought it would fit.
Just grab a big thing.
I thought it would fit.
This is oh my God. Okay. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I'm okay.
Yeah, so this is convenient. Mal and I have been getting these for soups for a long time.
Sometimes when they're on sale, I get them and then I freeze them because
Yeah.
it's great. And then I just chop it.
Yeah, because this is basically buying a rotisserie chicken, but it saves so much time.
Yeah, and I can pull this apart because it is like actual like chunks.
Yeah.
And then just shred it myself, but you just cut it.
Yeah. If you bought an actual rotisserie chicken, aka you followed Mal's directions, this part will take you a little bit longer because you'll have to actually like
Shred
it.
the chicken.
Yeah. It's fine.
And then I'm just gonna roughly chop this maybe a couple times this way, just so it's not huge. Because like, look at this piece. You don't want to get that on your spoon. That's way too big.
Yeah. Well, that's probably a subjective thing, but yes, yeah, for the most part.
Some of us have smaller mouths.
Well, my mouth is gigantic.
I know. All right, that's probably way too much chicken, honestly. There's actually a note in my recipe that's like, only use half that thing. But we're moving and I don't want to have to deal with the other half later.
Yeah, it's fine. No problem.
All right, we're ready to throw this together now.
Okay.
So you'll want a large stock pot or something. I'm using my Dutch oven. And because it's on the tweet, I'm gonna say it here too. Besides the chicken and the beans and the onion and the chilies and the garlic, we need cumin, cayenne, oregano, and then chicken stock or chicken broth. About this much.
And how much is that now?
This is a quart.
Okay.
It's like 2 cans, I think was the recipe. But I don't have cans, I only have the big quarts.
Okay.
So, unlock my stovetop because we have a cat and it's touch.
We do have a cat.
So I'm just gonna start heating this up and throw some oil in it. And then when it's warm, we'll put in the onions and garlic.
Okay.
Done.
It's ready to eat.
We had a subscription from Kit Khalid and also a subscription from Musi. Thank you guys. I'm really loving the rough estimate of how much. This much, DJ Sherbert says. Cooking is just estimating. Baking, you have to be a lot more precise, but not cooking.
Yeah.
Unless you're talking about like temperature and food safety. What kind of pot is that? This is a Le Creuset Dutch oven. It's like a 7-quart, I think. Where did I get it? I got it from the Le Creuset outlet in the middle of nowhere, South Carolina.
It was an anniversary gift, wasn't it?
It was an anniversary gift.
We were driving and we saw the sign and Mal's like, I want that.
Okay, so the sign on I-94 in South Carolina, it's in like Yemassee, South Carolina. Yeah, Lunar Pearl, they have outlets. You have to look on their website because it's more than just Yemassee. And it's like the size of a gas station off this exit where there is literally almost nothing else except a gas station. And you go and you're like, that sign looked a little run down, like sun faded. Is it even an actual anything? Is it actually Le Creuset? And you go and it is. And I bought that for a lot cheaper than it would be.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird experience, to be honest.
Yeah, it was.
It was just this highway sign and I was like, I want to stop. And I was like, okay. And we got off on this exit and there's nothing else there. And then we pull into this little dirt path and then it's like, this store.
It's the Le Creuset outlet.
And when we went in, it was really nice. And there were many employees and they're like, how can we help you?
Yeah.
And I was like,
I mean, they're limited. I mean, they had all the basic sizes and shapes, but like I wanted the dark blue one. They didn't have that in stock. They only had this one, a lighter blue, and the red one, the red-orange one.
Yeah.
Which is fine, but I wish I could have gotten like the dark blue one. We had 400 bits from Chrissy G, who says, in cooking, it is acceptable to measure with your heart, especially when it comes to garlic. I added the garlic part on. And we had a tier 3 subscription from Link the Best 100. Thank you.
Thanks. How long will it take to
heat up?
Heat up. I just want to know if I can just...
You can set that down for now.
I'm going to set it down.
It's warm, but like I can rest my arm on the edge of the Dutch oven and I don't feel any heat yet. Do you need a Dutch oven to make this, Flag Boy asks? No, you could use a stock pot or like a big cooking pot. I just prefer the Dutch oven, so that's what I grabbed. So like, this would work. If you have something like this. If I'm doubling it, I would use this. I think this is my bigger. No, this is the same size as the Dutch oven. Okay. I could have used this. I also have like what I made the pasta in last week. That would have worked too.
Sorry,
You have to hook it back up?
Well, it's just nice to... I like being able to move the camera around. I think that's really fun. It's just the camera is extremely heavy.
We had a subscription from None Shoes and also one from Mataruski. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Toadling says, but you wanted to flex the fancy pot. It does hold heat better.
Yeah.
So it's better for like browning onions and stuff.
Yeah. There's a bunch of little things that Mal has in the kitchen that like...
Over time,
yeah.
I just have slowly replaced or gotten nice ones.
Yeah.
I didn't start with all nice stuff. Like, we got that a year or two ago.
Yeah.
So, just slowly getting things. Like, the knives I bought, I got these from Costco. They're not even, like, that fancy. I just had them sharpened, and they work really great.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I really like Costco. I've liked Costco for a long time, but there's a lot of times you just walk into a Costco and they have, like, a thing that's on sale, and it's like...
Ooh, this is starting. Okay, time to throw onions in.
Oh!
So, for example... When we walked into Costco, we had just moved here, and they had really nice baking sheets, like the Nordic Ware baking sheets. Oh, that was way too much garlic, but also not. It's fine.
Well, that's fine by me. I do like myself some garlic.
So I'm just going to get these a little translucent so there's like a little color on them. So they're not raw onions.
Sure.
I need a little more oil.
And so, you know, now for people who maybe this is kind of like their first exposure to cooking,
yeah,
because I'm sure that at least for someone watching, it's like, you know, they're interested in cooking. Explain like how you would decide that you wanted to add more oil.
So that's a feeling. I was looking at the pot and I noticed that things were turning brown very quickly. So I had to turn my stovetop down because I had it up probably a little too high. And I also noticed that the onions looked like dry, like they weren't coated in a light sheen of oil. So then I just threw a little bit more oil in.
Yeah, we're gonna probably have to have better answers than that's a feeling.
It is a feeling. You start to have to learn it.
It's true though. It's true. That was actually that was part of my college experience too. In post-production class, you know, we had a bunch of different professors, and someone had asked, like, you know, how do you know when to do the cut? And some of the professors were like, that's kind of a feeling. And I'm like, oh boy, you just have to know.
So these are looking pretty good already because I had the stove too hot.
Yeah.
But like some of them, you can see this one has a little bit of white in it yet, like it's whiter in the center. That one's still a little raw, so I'm just gonna let it cook just a few more seconds, and then we'll throw some other stuff in.
All right.
Mel was here eventually, gifted a sub to SSJ3 Goku 90. Thank you for the gift sub. And says, I never know, so I just wing it. That's kind of how it goes. Just gotta wing some of the parts of it. So the next thing that's going in is gonna be the chilies. And the spices. Oh, that's a big piece of onion. It's fine, it'll cook down a little bit.
It's fine.
Let's see. Chilies go in next. Cumin, oregano, and cayenne. So I'm gonna throw these in.
All right.
And then just give them a little stir around to start heating up. And then we'll start putting the seasonings in. All right, so it's 2 teaspoons of cumin. And I know this doesn't seem like, in my opinion, it doesn't seem like a lot of seasoning that goes into this, but it's super flavorful for what little is in here. And I'm just about out of cumin.
You have enough though for two teaspoons.
It's stuck in the corner. There, that's about 2. And then it's a single teaspoon of oregano. And 3/4 of cayenne. And you could probably cut this down if you think it's going to be spicy, and it will be a little spicy. That's a half, and then there's another 1/4. So, for a long time, I think I only put a single 1/4 in instead of a 3/4. And it was still good, but now I can eat things slightly spicier.
Now you can handle more pepperonis.
More pepperonis.
Life is about slowly adding pepperonis.
And this isn't sizzling really fast. It's just kind of like a light, like, so I'm gonna turn it up a little bit.
Chat is having a debate over your pronunciation of cumin.
Cumin?
Well, there's many pronunciations. Mal says cumin.
Uh-huh.
But also you can say cumin.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other one? I guess there's just 2. It's just cumin or cumin. I don't know if there's one that's correct, but I've always heard it both ways. So I've never bothered to correct anyone because I'm like, they both seem fine.
So I'm just cooking this. My recipe that I originally found says until tender, but I mean the onions are already cooked. The chilies are basically cooked down already, so I think it's just kind of to toast the spices a little bit. So I just let it go a few minutes. And then when I'm bored of waiting, because it feels like it's done already, I'll throw the broth, the beans, and the chicken in.
As Mal said before, it's a feeling.
Yeah, it's a feeling. This recipe, like the chicken's already cooked, the beans just have to get like to boil and then simmer, and they're fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's raw chicken. That'd be different.
True. Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, this was also decided on, like we chose an easy recipe because there's a million other things going on. We are moving.
This also gives us some food for the next few days.
Yeah.
I could freeze it.
I'm looking forward to seeing you do some more cooking streams when we get into the new place. The kitchen in the new place is bigger.
The kitchen in the new place is really good.
So hopefully it has enough light.
We can change that.
Oh, I'm definitely going to put very powerful lights in the ceiling.
All right, this seems like it's pretty dry. Like when I slide it all to the side, there's not a lot of liquid left at this point.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call that ready.
Sure.
And I'm gonna throw in the broth, the chicken, and the beans.
Okay.
That. Beans.
Beans.
And then way too much chicken.
Chicky.
That is warm.
What is wrong?
I have my hand on the handle.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was on heat, so that makes a lot of sense. I could believe why that might be warm.
And when I cook with this chicken, when I put it in a soup or a stew like this, as it heats up, it'll break apart a little bit instead of these like vacuum sealed cubes it came in.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll look better.
Yeah, it'll look better. It's already starting to break up a little bit, but this is going to be a lot of chicken in here, so that's fine. And then what I want to do is I want to bring this up to a low boil or like a high simmer, so bubbling, and then I let it just simmer for like 15 minutes, and it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's a few things I want to do on top of it, like we're going to add some cheese.
Yeah.
And I want to cut up this bread, but that's basically it.
And how exciting. Because having easy recipes is, in my opinion, really important. All right. Now, let me hook this back up, and then I'll come back front side.
I'm just going to put a handful of things away.
Yeah.
Especially like this that belongs in the fridge.
So we got what? It's 15 minutes?
Yeah.
15 minutes. Like we've only been working on this. I mean, the stream started at 7, but we had a good 15 minutes or so. So like start to finish, like what, half an hour? Maybe? It's such a fast, easy thing. And like if you really need, you know, leftovers for a period of time, you can just make a bigger batch, and it's delicious. It's got a lot of good flavor, and then also it's very hearty, which, you know, I know for some people that's not like a big thing. For me, it's a very big thing. I'm like,
Because you like food.
I'm a very big person, and I eat a lot of calories in a day, and having something real hearty is like wonderful. I want that a lot.
Thank you.
Sorry. We had 350 bits from Radio Dread. So speaking of cooking things being a feeling, my brother recently asked me for the recipe for a beef stew I make every now and then. I don't use recipes. I had to write one up with measurements. It was a struggle. It is, yeah, it is a bit of a feeling. Honestly, I kind of like that element of cooking because it does mean that from like as you cook every time you make something, it's gonna actually turn out just a little bit different.
Yeah.
Which, you know, if you're trying to like refine something, then sure. But if you're just making a thing,
this recipe isn't a good example of it. Let me see if I can find one.
That's sort of fun. That's sort of fun. Let's see here. Mel was here, eventually gifted a sub to Squid and Baconator. Thank you, Mel. We get a subscription from the Hero Pond 97 as well as Bubbles 8738. Welcome to you both. Epic DXX gifted 5 subs to Slowpoke, Laney Bears, Mikako Yamart. Oh wait, no. There's 2 A's, so that's Mikakoyama Art. Haha.
There you go.
There we go. M. Joseph 15 and Joseph A. Kelly. Epic, thank you. And 300 bits from Wartorrot says, I learned to cook from my mom, so I didn't know the English words for spices, only the Hindi words. Like, I knew cumin as jeera. I also found out that coriander is parsley-like in the past year.
Coriander is also cilantro.
See, that's fun.
Uh-huh.
Like, if you have a parent who, like, English is a second language, then you get experiences like that, which are just, you know, they make your life even more unique, which I think is fun.
What was I just going to say? Forgot.
I forgot to say. Oh, there we go. Did I do it? But I put this down here, didn't I? Let me put this up here a little bit.
So I have all my recipes formatted.
Sure. There we go.
And then I have a space down here for notes, and I typed some of them when I made the recipe, but then I also will write notes and put the date so I can remember. So like this is my jambalaya recipe, and when I made it on in November of 2019, I wrote down how much chicken broth and tomato sauce I used, and it was too much. So I wrote, this was too much, don't add any water, so I could remember.
Yeah, and sometimes that's just what it's about, is just making like
Yeah.
tiny little adjustments over time. Yeah, some people do not like cilantro, but it's also because people's palates are different, you know? So some people, they taste soap. So you might be a cilantro pro or a cilantro no. We got the subscription from Jake and Bacon 356. Welcome. Ooh, my healer says cilantro is situational for me.
See, I don't know if it tastes like soap to me, but I like it. Josh says, I'm pro cilantro.
Yeah,
Dan says soap.
Yeah, I don't think, for me, I don't think it's situational. Josh says maybe you just like soap.
Maybe.
You just like soap. Have you ever tried soap?
No.
You might like it. I don't know. I think it's fine. But again, it's pretty split on that. A lot of people feel very.
I remember
very
what I
differently
was
about
going
it.
to say.
What's
If you
that?
make this and you get a rotisserie chicken and you actually like hand shred it, you can take that rotisserie chicken body, that like the non-edible parts, and you can make a chicken broth from it.
Yeah.
Or stock, I guess, because the bones are in it. And I've never done that, but I should, because it's like a good way to make your own, and you can like can it.
Yeah, and then it also doesn't waste any parts.
Yeah,
Of the,
which is great.
yeah. We got 300 bits from Just Some Old Man. It says, now, is that cameraman worth what you pay him? Also, I wanted to say that the next time you're at the farmer's market, the NCSU Dairy Ice Cream place is not far. Someone was telling us about that. It's a place where they like...
When we went to Yates Mill Pond with Carly and Kyle,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, neat.
Cilantro feelings. Thank you for that poll.
Yeah.
It's like literally across the street. I saw the building.
Yeah, it's a place run by the university, and they...
All the ice cream is from the dairy cows at the university, I think?
Something like that, yeah. It's a neat thing.
Yeah.
It's a really cool idea. So, yeah, I do want to try that at some point. Also, I hope y'all like the fact that camera move. That's fun for me. It's very fun.
This is a block of sharp cheddar. I'm just going to start shredding it because you put it in the soup after you serve
I'll have
it.
you know that that's extra sharp.
It's extra sharp.
I bought extra sharp. I know. Listen.
Oh, this is real soft. Why is it so soft?
I married a Wisconsinite. I would be in trouble if I didn't buy the sharp cheese. And if I didn't hear it from you, I would hear it from the other Wisconsinite. She's not around right now.
Oh, she's not? Okay.
I don't know if she's watching or not. I don't know if Haley is here, but I got 2 Wisconsin women, one in each ear, and they
yell at you about cheese?
They yell at me about cheese. 300 from Twitchy Toes. It says, speaking of recipes, is the cookbook still in the plans? It's not in the plans. That's how I've been putting it for a long time. We've held on to every recipe over the years, and when people send in recipes and the permission slip, I continue to hold on to them. So, you know, it could happen. Carly pointing out, I can also yell at you about cheese. Yeah, less frequently.
Oh, she'll just start texting you about cheese now.
Because I talk to
Hi, Car.
Mao and Haley about every day. I guess I have to talk to you every day.
Yeah, you do have to
I
talk
talk to
me
Carly
every
a
day.
little bit less frequently, and a little less frequently than that about cheese. But Carly, if you want to start talking cheese to me, you can. I have a feeling that you have very heavy cheese opinions. So let me know your cheese opinions. I like cheese a lot. I grew up in a family where we ate a lot of cheese because my mom loved eating cheese. So then whenever I got together with Mal, it was not a big stretch. Mm-hmm. So. Oh, that's true. Sorry, Carly. Listen, it's like a little.
Do you want me to shred this whole thing while I'm at it? Because like, why not?
Sure.
Okay, we'll just put it in a bag.
Yeah, let me turn the camera.
I should have, so this block is like super soft.
Yeah.
I could have like lightly frozen this just a little bit, like freezer for 10 minutes, and it would have been a lot easier to shred instead of just kind of being soft on the grater here.
There we go. That works better. We got a subscription from Shy. Well,
Noah, being lactose intolerant has never stopped me. Noah, I keep Lactaid in the pantry because a few of my friends are, and so I just have it now for them.
I want to tell you a very fun...
I also keep cat allergy meds because all of our friends are allergic to the cat.
I want to tell you a very fun memory that I have of Nick. Mm-hmm. Nick, we just saw Nick recently in the vlog because he was driving through Raleigh. There was a time in college in freshman year, we hadn't even known Nick all that long, and one of the places on campus had milkshakes. And we had went and to where all the food stuff was, and everyone got different things, and Nick got a milkshake. We got back into our dorm room, and Nick is playing video games in our dorm. And
Love you, Haley.
And, hey, Haley. And he's drinking this milkshake, and he goes, man, this is a good milkshake. It sucks that I'm lactose intolerant. I just busted out laughing. I was like, Nick, should you drink that? And he's like, probably not. And I was like, okay. Anyway.
Brandon says, oh yes, we have a You're in Your 30s basket. Everyone should have one.
Yeah, it's true. That's true.
You want to give me a Ziploc, please?
Yeah, what size?
The not biggest one. What is that, a quart?
The not biggest one. Let me go into my pantry of horrors here.
Why is the pantry horror?
Let's see.
Gotta get all the cheese out of the grater.
Well, we've got gallons.
No, not gallons.
I know.
They're right in front of you. Aren't they?
Wow, you don't even know.
You're in the way. I can't see. There's also a light switch.
Gallon, sandwich.
Oh, that's not a quart?
Oh, sorry. In my defense, I was reading the Spanish side. And
You took Spanish.
Yeah.
And it says cuatro de gallon.
Yeah, but it says de gallon.
Yeah, but it's
Gallon.
a quart of a...
The gallon, I was like, oh, that's gallon. But there were more words there. Cuarto. Listen, 3 good. Anyway, I got it. Yeah, there was... You know what I find interesting though, looking into the closet, why do we have like 5 boxes of gallons?
I'm going to give you one guess there, Stephen, why we would have 5.
Oh my God, it's Costco.
It is from the
It's
Costco.
definitely Costco. It's fine. It's definitely the Costco. Okay.
So every once in a while, I'm just stirring the chili. Did I set a timer?
Oh my God.
I didn't. Does anyone remember about what time that was?
It was 7:33 when you were like, and now we just wait 15 minutes. So
Well, it hadn't gotten up to temp yet, so.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
that was like what, 10 minutes?
That was like 10 minutes ago.
So we probably need another, I don't know, 7 minutes.
Do you want me to?
I'll do that. Just hold the bag for me.
Okay. Sure. We had 300 bits from Anne who says, as a 9-year-old, I was sent outside to pick parsley from my mom's garden. I picked cilantro instead. My dad was not pleased. Well,
they look similar.
They're
One is like
look
slightly
pretty
more
similar.
like leafy.
That seems like a pretty easy mistake for a 9-year-old to make. We also have 300 bits from Socially Awkward Aspie says, my mom has been cooking since she was 8 years old. I had a really good teacher. I also do not know how to cook small. Yeah,
I can cook small. I just don't like to. Because why?
Cooking is something that has become an interest of mine only since being married to Mal.
Okay, that's good.
Because
I'm just gonna eat this cheese.
Growing up, Mom was in the kitchen. She liked to cook, so she did. We had a lot of like home cooked meals. And it
Your
was
mom
great.
is a good cook, though.
And my mom is a good cook, but I did not really pick anything up because I was not intending to learn. And then in college, for what little it was, I did a majority of the cooking for the guys in the dorm. And then when we got married, that was when I got a huge exposure to cooking because Mal loves to cook and is a good cook.
I was like, no, you're gonna come help.
Yeah, and well, it was fun for me too because I actually genuinely enjoy it. So
What'd you get?
I got sourdough.
Okay.
Well, it was in the sourdough thing.
I believe you.
It does say French loaf on it.
Oh, that'll be good still. This is really jammed in here.
I can't.
That's why.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I went over to the rack that said sourdough, and I was like,
Oh, I
cool,
broke it.
sourdough.
We'll need a Ziploc for this.
Oh my God. And then I grabbed the sourdough, and now I'm seeing on the back of it that the sticker says French loaf. So which one is it? You tell me. Like a mystery bread.
French loaf.
Well, son of a gun. It was in the wrong spot then.
I mean, it's good.
Yeah. It was pretty good. We had 300 bits from Fries Pikachu. So I missed the first 3/4 of an hour or so because I was caught up with other things, but apparently I got gifted a sub while I wasn't here. Thank you to whoever that was. Yeah, there's been quite a few gift subs, and thank you all. We appreciate it. Really appreciate that. And also, as a fun reminder,
How much bread do you want?
A few. As a fun reminder, if you have a sub here, so like if your sub goes through and it happens here on screen, then when you sub to my channel, you will get a paint splotch. Splash? Don't think that's a word. You get a paint splotch. What was I trying to say?
On your channel.
Splotch and some other word. Splat. I was trying to say splat and splotch. Anyway, a splatch. You'll get a nice splatch right behind the toast. So, praise the wizard Chaz for figuring out how to make all of that work. But there won't be another mouse stream for a little bit. I mean, I guess I can't say that definitively, but we suspect there won't be one next week because we're moving next week. So if you don't have a sub here now, it'll be a little bit before that'll happen. But otherwise, stay tuned for tomorrow's stream because if you have a sub here, you'll get the little paint splotches. Neat. It's super cool. We'll be looking for other ways we can do some connectivity stuff because it's that's really neat. And also,
It is.
I've never seen anyone else on Twitch do that. So
We had 100
really
bits
neat.
from Chrissy G. Ayarane subscribed, welcome. And subscription from Gadzooks, welcome.
Yep.
And one from Mean and Dean 12, welcome.
Mean Dean.
500 bits from Incarnado, who says, "Hey grandparents, just wanted to know if I could get some good vibes for my cat. She's not eating. I'm planning on calling the vet in the morning, so I could use the vibes."
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah, good vibes.
Absolutely, send some good vibes for your kitty cat. Hopefully that
Sometimes they can
that
just have
goes
upset
well.
stomachs, so I'm hoping it's nothing.
Yeah.
300 bits from Grandson Brambo. Can we get a cooking segment for TRG Kahlo 2024?
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because actually there was an idea from a long time ago. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it was Reese's idea or what, but there was an idea of like.
Reese and I did talk about it at one point, and it would be like which
Chop.
cooking show where you have a basket.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, like. But it was an idea that was thrown into the ether. There was no realistic way to do it.
No.
It was just like. So let me give you a little insight into what our meetings are like, especially at the beginning. At the beginning, it's just people saying random bullcrap that like, honest to God, like there's people that come up with ideas, and I'm just thinking, how the hell would you ever do that? That's impossible. But there's no filter. It's just kind of like we're brainstorming. So people just kind of like come up with this stuff, and I'm just like, okay, yeah. And I'm sitting there thinking, that's impossible. We couldn't do that. What are you saying that for? That's a waste of time. So, you know, we do go through that, and then eventually...
one of the baskets is the I'm 30 basket.
Eventually, we take all of that stuff, and MC, the voice of reason, is like, okay, so we can't do these, and we can't do these, and then it gets funneled down into a thing. Yeah. Sorry, I've been to how many of these Coliseums have there been? Like 6 or 7? I don't know. So like, you know, I've been to enough of these that like I know what's gonna happen. Someone's gonna be like, well, if we do this, and it doesn't matter if it's like for a segment or if it's for like the intro, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, no.
How long has it been now? I forgot.
Now you're on the cusp of like 20 minutes from where you had first said, although you said that it needed to heat up. So
it's probably just about said.
Gamers with the 300 bit says Iron Chef TRG. It's not that it wouldn't be cool.
It would be.
There's
cool.
many ideas that everyone comes up with that are actually genuinely fun ideas, but to make them work is like, because the other thing is that there's a certain setup time.
Yes.
So,
and to flip the set like we do for painting is hard enough as it is.
Yeah, you can't flip a set that quick.
Uh-huh.
We got 300 bits from Shy, who says, correct me if I'm misremembering, isn't the reason Chaz can do all these things because he was annoyed with all the restrictions of Streamlabs/OBS, so he literally made his own for the streams? Yeah. Yeah, all of the stuff that we use is custom. So we don't use any Streamlabs or anything like that. Everything is coded custom by Chaz, and that is the best thing because then I don't have to do it. I don't think about it. I don't do anything of it. Chaz comes up with a thing. If I have an idea, I can just tell Chaz. Like I guess did I invent Tiny Eddie? I probably invented Tiny Eddie. So like I just told Chaz, I was like, I have this idea for this
is what
thing.
I want to do.
And Chaz was like, okay. And then it just appeared. So,
and sometimes that happens live, and sometimes it does take a little bit, depending on the complexity.
It does happen live. It actually happens live a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I would say once a month, I make a very stupid sound on Breakfast Stream at the beginning of the stream, and by the end of the stream, it's just an alert. So that happens quite a bit. Yeah, it's great. But anyway, yeah, the connectivity between the channels, I think, is really cool. So I'm looking forward to continuing to explore that. So, yeah. Magic is not learnable. Magic is a little learnable.
A little.
Magic is a little learnable. I would say so. So how are we looking on the thing?
We can eat.
Oh. Well.
Do you want to eat?
Like as a concept? Can a duck fly? Does a river Gurgle?
That's what you chose?
I'm not good at metaphors or analogies or understanding what the difference is between either of them. Anyway, so we got some bread cut. We got the cheese.
So because there's so much chicken in this,
Yeah.
it's more stew-like, which that's fine.
It's always like that.
Yeah, it is always like that.
I don't think it's ever not been like that, to be honest. And I think that that's fine. Oof.
Gotta make sure I lock my stovetop. Just take it off the burner.
I was coming over to see you serving it, but
Oh,
I see
I already
that,
did.
You've served it. Oh, well, there you go. That's our completed product. You want to go ahead and put the cheese on?
I was gonna come over here and do that.
Oh, okay. Well, I want to get a good shot of that because the people love the cheese, and then the cheese will melt because the thing is hot.
Cheese.
It's not what I expected, but it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
kind of warm, so it's like sticky. Is that better?
Yeah, that one looked better. We're making magic.
More cheese. Oh, we have some Italian cheese too.
Well, it's fine.
Would you like a spoon or a big spoon or a little spoon?
So many options. Wow.
What about an iced teaspoon?
What?
An iced teaspoon.
Signed by Ice-T?
No.
Oh. Yeah, it whatever. Go down a little bit. There.
Bar spoon?
Whatever you want to give me will be okay. How about that? Like,
Okay.
I won't complain. I'm generally not a complainer when it comes to food. I like food a lot. We had 200 bits from War Turtle Eats Samosas. War Turtle, thank you. It is
I almost
hot.
had a samosa last night.
It is hot. Oh man, I know that we had them on breakfast stream, but those raspberry rallies are good.
I dropped them off at Alex and Haley's today.
Excellent. Yeah, so when they get back, they have something to look forward to. We gotta give one to the guys too,
Yeah, that was the plan.
so they can experience them too, because they're good.
I froze a couple so we could try them frozen, like Thin Mints.
Oh, good. Sacrifice says, "Are you addicted?" I mean, thankfully no, but I've been trying to limit myself.
We never tried the lemonades.
By putting. Ooh, I want to do that. I've been limiting myself by putting them on a plate. Because if I take a bag of something to my seat, like if I'm on the couch, that's not good.
Brandon says, I don't know what they are. Don't tell me. It's a surprise.
This song is about me, by the way.
How is it?
It's very good.
The temperature is hot. It's not spicy hot.
It's a little hot right now, but it's very good. And again, it's just super, super hearty. It's a good soup. You got the beans in there. The chicken, especially that chicken from Costco, that's real good.
Well, because it's the rotisserie chicken, it has seasoning in it already.
Yes.
If you were doing this with just like plain raw chicken and you were cooking that, or
You'd need to season
you would
it.
need to season that with something. I like how it's like 80 here, and I'm like, chili.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure while we were driving earlier, or while I was in the car, it was like 87.
Yeah.
So it's like 87 degrees Fahrenheit. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Enjoy yourself some chili whenever. That is very good. And how many leftovers we got?
A lot.
I bet we have enough for another 4 bowls. Mm-hmm. So we've got lunch figured out tomorrow. We've got dinner figured out tomorrow.
You have lunch figured out tomorrow. I'm having chicken salad.
Okay. My point is, for the folks that are not typically cooking inclined, I really want this sort of meal especially to be like, hey, you can do this. You know, you get a few ingredients. It took like half an hour, and it's very, very good. It's gonna have, you know, this particular was like 6 servings of this, so like, it's real good. It's real good. I want to make sure that people feel like they can.
Yeah, especially right
this.
now, personally, I needed accessible meals
Yeah.
because of moving.
Yeah.
But I wanted to start with things that were easy.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go and make beef Wellington, but like that's hard.
Man, it's good. That's really good. If you're just coming in, we have just finished our white chicken chili. It contains cannellini beans,
Chicken.
chicken, obviously, rotisserie chicken, chicken stock,
Chiles.
onions, green chiles, cheddar cheese, some spices. It's very, very good. It's a nice twist on chili if you've only ever had tomato-based chili. Very, very easy.
Does it freeze well? Very much so.
Yes. Yeah, there's been times where we'll make a bunch and then we'll just freeze it, you know? And yeah, it's a really, it freezes really well. So yeah, I love this meal. It's very good.
Okay, but beef Wellington stream 1. Fossix.
I would also like to see it.
I've done it once or twice.
The other thing is that, you know, I probably won't always be the assistant either. You know,
True.
I heavily suspect that.
Tachi Gamer says, how does it reheat in a microwave? Great.
Yeah. Real good.
There's nothing in this that would reheat poorly. Like if you're doing a cream-based soup, that might have a little bit more trouble freezing, but there's no cream besides the cheese, and you can just not put that in when you freeze it.
Yeah, I would. There's definitely going to be some cooking streams that feature Mal with some other people.
Are you thinking of doing baking too, or just cooking?
So
I can do baking also. There's actually something I need to make coming up soon that is baking, so that might be a stream. But like I want to do other stuff too. Like I can go back to art at some point. But right now, moving, this was easy. And I do like cooking, so I can keep doing cooking.
well,
I wanted it to be open.
Yeah, for folks that weren't here last week when we were talking about it a little bit, you know, the channel was always called MalMakes because it was supposed to be Mal making things. And Mal ended up getting real focused on art, and more specifically, real focused on acrylic painting. But there's so many other arts that Mal likes to do, and there's so many other things that Mal likes to make. So we're really trying to use the you know, the live streaming environment to focus on whatever Mal's whimsy is.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's true. You did make there is a baking episode.
I made a pie.
Yeah. There is a baking episode. And that was the only thing in the whole history of like 6 years of MalMakes that Mal got around to that wasn't,
Why is this so hot still?
you know, that wasn't acrylic painting or teaching about art and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to Mal just feeling like, you know, okay, well this week I'm going to do art, or this week I'm going to do cooking, or, you know.
Becca, maybe in the fall when the apples are really good.
So it'll be fun.
Does it register on the pepperoni scale? It's maybe a 1. It's temperature hot because it came off the stovetop.
It was a thing that has recently finished cooking. Whew. It is very hot though. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever Mal chooses to do, she can, you know, she can do. And I have all of the, I know how to do the tech side. So if Mal wants to do something, I will certainly help her set it up so she can do it. Gamers 00700 gifted sub to Agers10. Gamers, thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah.
Is my grandma watching these new streams? I talked to her today.
Oh, did you tell her about
I
these?
talked to her twice because today's her birthday. And
Well,
I called
happy,
her.
Happy birthday to your grandma.
She's 95.
I think
she's 94.
I think she's 95.
1929. What? What is that math?
1929?
Yeah.
Oh, that's 94. I thought she was 95, but okay.
So I called her for her birthday, and I had sent her something for her birthday, and I knew it arrived. So I called her, and I was like, "Happy birthday! Did you get your mail yet?" She's like, "No, I didn't. Didn't get the mail." She's like, "Your uncle and aunt are gonna be over here. I'll go check after." And I was like, "All right." And she's like, "I'll call you." And I was like, "Okay." So she called me back later, and she's like, "I got it." She's like, "You didn't need to do this." She's like, she's like, "I saw the box," and she's like, "I was like, what am I gonna do with these flowers? Because I don't have any garden where she lives."
You sent your grandma flowers.
I sent her bulbs.
Okay.
A little bulb garden. It's already in a dish of dirt, so it's just gonna grow there and be. I sent some to Rhonda for a Mother's Day at some point, I think. So that's what I did. It was a little bulb garden in a container. And she's like, she's like, "They're already starting to come up," and she's like, "I'm so excited. I don't know what color they're gonna be."
That's awesome, man.
Anyway, it's a great gift because then if people actually have a place, they can plant them for the next year and they'll come back because I'm pretty sure Rhonda's come back every year, wherever she planted them.
I'm just glad that your grandma, I mean, not only is, alive and kicking at 94, but like real kicking.
She's real kicking.
Such a sharp woman. I get a chance to talk to her every once in a while because Mal will be on the phone with her, and sometimes, especially like if it's my birthday, she'll want to.
She called on your birthday.
Yeah, and it's just, you would never know. She's 94. It's incredible.
She told me she would take pictures of the bulbs and send them to me as they start like blooming. I was like, "Yeah, you can do that now."
Yeah, that whole thing is just like really cool. I love that. Oh, this is still so hot. I like to hold the bowl because...
That's why I got this.
Oh, yeah, pot holder would have been smart. Yeah, because like otherwise, eating at this counter, I saw somebody mention I have to bend 90 degrees. Yeah, it might be worse than that. It's fine. I'm doing my best. I'm just large. I'm up in the air a lot. So... This is very good. And you have the whole onion in here? Honestly, it does not come across as like overly oniony to me. It really doesn't.
No, it's good.
It's just very good.
Could have reduced the amount of chicken. And I do think it is too pepperoni now that I've been eating it and it's not as hot. So I could have cut back on the cayenne.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what do you think that was? Is that
The
cayenne
cayenne.
specifically? Yeah, that's good.
Any plans to cook for Cinco de Mayo? Is Cinco de Mayo on a Friday, I think? Or is it a Thursday?
I think it's a Friday because I think the 2nd is a Tuesday. So the 3rd would be Wednesday. Yeah, it's a Friday. I mean, the general rule, Mal won't be doing any dinner streams on Fridays.
Yeah.
Because that's when she'll be playing video games with me. But we'll do some... I actually don't know what we're going to do. So that is an interesting conundrum because on the 5th, we will be in the new place, but I'm uncertain how much stuff we'll have set up. I'm hoping that we do have things set up because I'd like to make it like a good test stream of everything where it needs to be before Zelda comes out. So I'm hopeful that we do have a normal stream, but yeah, nothing's stopping you from doing a Quattro de Mayo stream.
True.
That's true. That's true.
There's a recipe I've wanted to try.
Okay. Well,
I think it uses the Instant Pot. It is
Yeah.
significantly more complicated than this, however.
Well, for your next stream, you know, that could be something that you do.
Mm-hmm.
And I said it earlier, but we're tentatively not planning to do a mouse stream next week. If it happens, it'll be a fun surprise. But if it happens, it's going to happen at Alex and Haley's house. It will not happen here because after this stream, we're going to start packing the kitchen up. So there will not be any kitchen stuff in here. But maybe it'll happen. We don't.
What if I do an Instant Pot only thing and just throw everything in the Instant Pot?
You can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. You figure it out. Here's the thing. I'm not involved in the planning because they're your streams and I have other stuff to do. I will help you with tech. You figure out what you want to stream and I'll set it up for you. I can do that. We should remind them what is coming up tomorrow. And that is, we are streaming the Advance Wars remake, 1+2 Reboot Camp. So that's going to be happening tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to be a fun one. I'm really looking forward to it.
Brandon, are you hosting the next stream?
Maybe.
Decided we need a crane shot. Can you do the crane shot?
I can do anything.
Because you're tall?
I mean, I don't own a crane. I don't own a jib, but we have like 7 C-stands. I mean, most of them are in use at all times, but we got a lot of those. There's ways around things. We have the sticky boy. I used the sticky boy for this stream. I mean, I used the pistol grip.
You did?
Yeah. For part of it. You all right?
It's a lot of food.
Yeah. We also don't have to finish the food on camera,
No,
too.
we don't.
Okay. I'm just making sure that you know
Did you want to try the cookies on stream? The lemonades?
Oh, yeah. Let's do that. There's still got some chili in there, but yeah, I don't think I've had a lemonade before. Maybe the packaging will spark something in my mind.
Lemonades.
Okay. Currently, my mouth tastes like cumin and chicken and cayenne, but it's fine. Did I ever get myself any drink? No. This is from
No.
earlier.
Oh, these are huge.
Oh my god. Oh, I expected them to be small.
Look how big they are.
They're pretty big. They're the similar size to, what's the other ones that we got that were big? Most of the cookies are small, but we got ones that are big, and I was like, they're big. Do you remember what they were?
Cinnamon toast ones.
Yes, yes.
The French toast ones. Those are really good.
Those are good. I like that.
They're like shortbread, but have lemon.
They're refreshing, honestly. Yeah, I like that a lot. Those are really good.
So I would rank them probably somewhere in the middle because it's not topping like Caramel Delights and Raspberry Rallies.
It's hard. These are very similar to the Toastiers in mouthfeel, other than flavor, obviously. The flavor's different, but I like the Toastiers a lot, but these are really good. These are definitely in the top half. I like those.
Yeah.
I like those a good bit. Although really, I think the the takeaway that we learned trying all the different Girl Scout cookies was just like, they don't really have bad cookies.
No.
There's not really any cookies that are like, these aren't any good. It's like, no, they're all very good. So it's just kind of a, personal preference thing.
Would they be better if they were smaller? Yes, but then I would eat more of them.
Yeah, I mean, I felt that way about the Toasties too. I didn't understand why they had to make them so big. And that's the same way with these. These could be smaller, but whatever. 700 bits from Aldo. It says, Steven says he can do anything, but can he see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? You know how many ads they made of that? There's like 50 commercials of that. That was like that was the entirety of the 90s. There are so many of them. And they all live rent-free in my head. We got 300 from Bella Bunny. It says, how about crowd control cooking for next stream? You could have all the vanilla extract.
No.
That might not create...
It's just vodka. That's all it is.
Vanilla extract is just vodka?
You take vodka and you put vanilla beans in it, and then you basically let it sit. That's all it is.
Oh, I mean, we could do a vodka stream. I don't think I'd be a good...
Noah.
I wouldn't be a good participant for that. We got 100 bits from Darkness Bride. Thank you. And 300 bits from Bella Bunny says, also, Mal, important question for Beck and myself. Is Pepsi okay?
Pepsi's fine, but if someone's like, oh, we only have Pepsi, I might change what I order.
Wait. If Pepsi's fine.
Like if I want a Coke, I'm gonna order a Coke. But if they're like, oh, we have Pepsi, I might be like, no.
That's interesting because I'm definitely like a Coke person. But if there's no point in my life where I have thought to myself, I'm going to have a cola, and I ask for Coke, and they say, is Pepsi okay? That I've never said no. I've always, because like at that point in my brain, I'm like, I'm gonna have a cola, And do I prefer Coke to Pepsi? I mean, I do, but is it comparable? It's comparable.
I do want to say about vanilla extract though, if you're looking for a good homemade like Christmas gift, order yourself some vanilla beans. Get yourself some little jars and make your own vanilla extract. It's something I've wanted to do, but it takes time, and I never think about it till it's too late.
King Courage said, what I haven't had in years? RC Cola. There was when we were regularly making the trip between Myrtle Beach and Raleigh, there was a rest stop, and the rest stop had an RC Cola vending machine. And I was like, wild. So occasionally I would get an RC Cola for like the novelty aspect of it. And you can still buy RC Cola, like it's readily available. You can go into any Walmart and get it. I was joking the other day that we should start buying it and keeping that around because RC could stand for Raleigh Collective, which is what we call our fun little group. I was like,
fun little group.
I'm trying to say fun little group because otherwise they'll be like, Colt? Sorry, you misspoke. Did you mean Colt? I guess the C could be Raleigh Colt. Anyway, yeah, so like that's fun. But, yes. Don't you mean Colt? Colt? What's a Colt? 300 from Will Peters who says, be wary, Pepsi Man might be lurking. See, that's one thing that Pepsi has going for it, is they have that fun mascot. Coke has, well, in fairness, Coke has literally redefining the iconic look of Santa Claus, which I guess does put them in the lead. Santa Claus looks like Santa Claus does because of Coca-Cola, which is wild. And they also got them polar bears. I got them. Beautiful Bell Bunny says, is Colt okay?
I think so.
Sorry, we don't have Coke. Would it be alright if you had Colt? Just a little Colt as a treat. have a good group.
We do.
Coca-Cola. Okay.
We good?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what else do we need to announce? Because we're right at 90 minutes.
Advance Wars stream tomorrow on Steven's channel.
Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing. Is like tomorrow night. Please join us for Advance Wars. It'll be very fun. If you don't know anything about Advance Wars, I'm a good person to explain it because I played a lot of it actually. I played a whole lot of it whenever it came out. I was a big fan of it, so I know how to play.
If you don't know anything about it, it's kind of like Fire Emblem.
Yeah, I said that on the breakfast stream this morning. But if you like Fire Emblem, you should give Advance Wars a shot. Like, it's obviously a different game. Yeah. But the gameplay mechanics are very, very similar. But instead of having individual units, then you have you create units because you're not worrying about gym. It's just like, oh, I've created more troops or I've created more tanks or whatever. It's there are less waifus. It's true, but maybe some waifus. You definitely want to tune in to find out. Yeah, my favorite Fire Emblem character is Jim, by the way. Least favorite's Boyd. 300 from Pete Cow says, for legal reasons, the C does not stand for cult. Didn't know we had a representative from RC Cola here. 300 from Bella Bunny says, one last reminder, don't drink the Colt-Aid. I don't even really like Kool-Aid that much, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, it's so nostalgic for me.
We didn't grow up, like,
we didn't either.
It. Oh.
But my friend had it. Her family always had it.
So
you'd go to her house and be like, oh, I get to have Kool-Aid.
It's the same as with Capri Sun. It felt like I missed out on that. There was an entire generation of kids, my generation, that like had Capri Sun at soccer practice.
I never liked Capri Sun.
I never had it.
Oh, I never liked it.
I never even had it. I don't even.
I didn't like Tang. I didn't like Tang either. I'd rather just have regular orange juice.
If I've had a Capri Sun, I had it once when I was like 7. So.
Carly.
Carly calling you out on your
Carly,
bad memory.
we didn't have Kool-Aid all that often though. Like, I would get it at Nicole's house. And like, that's my memory of it, is like going to Nicole's house.
Someone's memory is wrong. Either Carly really did make this and you did not remember drinking it, or Carly misremembered making the Kool-Aid.
Carly, ... Like for myself, a lot of the time, I just wanted like juice. Like orange juice, grapefruit juice, lemonade. Carly says, I did make it a lot. I mean, you did, but not like... Nicole's family had it in stock constantly.
A minute ago, Mal's like, we never had Kool-Aid.
I don't feel like we had
2
it
minutes
all that
later,
often.
you did make it a lot. I'm like, whoa. Factual whiplash. Growing up...
Yeah, we did do a lot of juice from concentrate.
I mean, I grew up in South Carolina, so the drink that I had the most of was sweet tea by a mile. So shout out to my fellow Southerners. I have turned that into unsweet tea now, but that was what I drank the most of. And then when I was a kid, I drank a lot of Sprite.
Carly says, maybe I made it more when you left for college. Maybe. It's like, oh, Mal's gone. I'm going to make all the Kool-Aid.
Oh, man. Anyway, we're trying to like end the stream. What were we saying? Tomorrow night, Advance Wars. Tune in for that. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Tuesday, I guess, it'll be the next stream. Tuesday will be breakfast stream. I suspect it will still be in our setup. We'll see. It'll be here. Maybe. It will happen. I just don't know where it'll be or what it'll be, and we'll see. It depends how antsy we get. If we get real antsy and we tear down the set sooner, then it won't happen in the set. It'll be like down here or something. I don't know. It'll be standing stream. I have had Milo sweet tea. In college, Alex was like, "Oh, you have to try Milo sweet tea," because he grew up drinking Milo sweet tea specifically. Because he was from Birmingham, and he actually brought some to college, so I got a chance to try it. And then much later in life, I visited him and Haley in Birmingham when they lived there, and I got a chance to actually try Milo's.
Anywhere, Brandon?
the restaurant because they have a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
A physical location.
Physical location. So that was neat. And that's it. That's like, I don't think I have anything else to announce other than, there's some vlogs that are coming out and I'm going to try and get some more out over the weekend, but they might slow down a little bit because we really have to finish packing.
Yeah, we do.
Like.
And cleaning.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot to do.
Yeah.
There's a lot to do. Wish us luck, everyone. We could honestly use it. There's this astronomical amount of things happening. Also a subscription from Mono Starstorm.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, now Mal.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember what happens now?
I do.
You remembered this week.
I
oh,
did.
That's wonderful.
Look, I already have it up.
Oh my goodness, I'm so proud of you. Okay. Well.
Who should we raid?
It's your stream.
No, I'm getting your opinion.
I don't have any opinion.
What is Thomas doing?
He's playing Dredge.
What's Dredge?
I don't know. But it says Dredge, so that's what he's doing. Okay, so we're clearly rating Thomas.
Yeah.
So now...
It's a fishing game. A scary fishing game.
So now, in a normal situation, we would click buttons, but we don't do that.
No, we don't do
because
that.
I don't have it set up. So again, we just asked Chaz. Chaz, please raid Thomas.
What's our raid message, though?
You asked them.
What's our raid message?
Stop asking me. I'm just here to do the camp. Mallory Lies is great. Talk cheese
Talk
to me.
cheese to me. Let's do talk cheese to me.
Splatch. All right.
Talk cheese to me, because I want to hear what Thomas has to say about that.
All right, fair. Y'all go raid Thomas. He's playing a scary fish game. And the raid message is talk cheese to me. Thank y'all for being here. We will do another Mal stream as soon as we can. And we'll let y'all know about it. This will be up on the VOD channel within the next 2 days. So if you missed the beginning, or you just want to watch it slower, I don't know. You
Pause it.
You can do it there. Anyway, have a wonderful Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow night for Advance Wars.
Tell Thomas to talk cheese to us.
Okay. Scary fish game, is it? You singing Jolene?
It's done. It's good. It's fine.
All right, Thomas will break the law, but I won't.
I'll have to see what he said later.
Oh, we could have zoomed in a long time ago.
Yeah, we could have.
Well,
I'll have to watch later and see what he said.
oh no.
What? What?
I'm just tall. Oh, you found a friend.
Drainfly.
Did you get it?
No, it went off that way. No, it's like gone.
Oh, Becca was saying Thomas zoomed. I mean, in fairness, we should have zoomed in also, because there's a lot of nothing. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I'm big. It's fine. Thomas is talking cheese.
I'll have to go look.
You're like, I want to know what he'll say. But
I
then
know,
you're like, get out of here, Thomas. Don't talk to me.
But his alert.
It's true. Well, just tell Thomas to change the thing that he's used forever. I'm sure he'll do it if you ask nicely. Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to go ahead and end it here. Thanks again, y'all, for being here. Appreciate it. And we'll hopefully see y'all tomorrow night. Advance Wars. Are you going to play Advance Wars?
Don't know.
All right.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.